15 degrees outside. 2012 is wrapping up, and now is the perfect time to step back and take a look at your career. Wherever you are in your career, the end of the year is a great time to take a look at where you've been and where you'd like to go. So how do you conduct an end-of-year career review? Well, career coach Chrissy Civic is here to tell you, to answer those questions this morning. And Chrissy, this is an interesting concept. You're coming towards the end of the year. We all look at making a New Year's resolution, right?
Yep.
But a good thing to do is to take a step back and really look back at what you've done over the past year. It's kind of an introspective thing, right?
Exactly.
Retrospective, I should say.
Well, this is the perfect time for reflection.
Yeah.
And the first thing that you should do is really just remember back to where you were this time last year and celebrate all your successes. You know, you have accomplished a lot, so take a minute, write things down while they're fresh in your head, everything that you're really proud of accomplishing this year, and celebrate them. Pat yourself on the back for a minute.
And some things, I guess, when you're looking back at your victories, you're looking at what worked and what didn't, right?
Yeah, exactly. Start off by looking at the goals that you set for yourself last year, and this is a two-part process. So the first thing you want to do is look at the goals that you were really successful on and ask yourself what contributed to that success. You know, what actions, behaviors, maybe what people were really instrumental in helping you be successful. And then you also want to look at the goals that maybe you weren't so successful with and figure out what happened there.
Which ones do you want to focus on the most as far as celebrating them? Obviously, you want to think about the positive stuff more, right?
Right, right. This is kind of a process that I call taking the gold and leaving the dirt. So the gold is all the really great stuff. It's the things that worked for you. You want to take those things with you into 2013. You want to build on them. And then all of the dirt, the stuff that didn't work, just say goodbye to it, leave it in 2012, move on.
Acknowledge that it happened and then move on
yes,
from
learn
it, right?
from it, absolutely.
Yeah. We're talking about looking back, but you also want to look towards the future too, right? At some point.
This is a perfect time to just reconnect with that bigger vision for life and your long-term career goals. Look 10 years out, maybe even 20 years out, and get a really clear picture of what you want from your career then, and then move backwards so that you can envision what you want by this time next year.
And setting some of these goals, you know, moving forward, are these things, I mean, how do you make sure they are attainable goals for the next year or for 20 years down the road?
Right. Well, you definitely want to go ahead and set some more goals for 2013. SMART goals is always a good way to go, and start the planning process early. The more you can do now, the greater your chances of success, and the more chance you're going to have that you're just going to hit January 1st and be ready to run.
Right. And everybody needs that. Is it good to have a New Year's resolution as far as your career, or do you not recommend doing that so much?
Absolutely. I always recommend career. It's really career goals more than resolutions.
Right.
They're kind of like dreams, but you want to go through a real goal-setting process.
Perfect. And again, attainable goals. You won't disappoint yourself too, right?
Yes. Make sure they're achievable. You know, don't set out saying I'm going to run a full marathon. Maybe start with a half marathon. You know, if you're doing something personal.
Exactly. Chrissy, thank you so much. Great advice this morning. You can find more information in the on-air section of our website, kdvr.com. Just click on the link to Eat Your Career. All right, Jen, 7:46 now.